Not yet.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, today is January 23rd. I
It's
am anxious.
Teresa and Charlie Garden for two.
Teresa, yeah, that.
Sorry. We got a little bit of noise in the background. I'm going to angle this way. Hopefully you can hear Teresa. Go ahead, Teresa. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm anxious to get soil surveys done of my vegetable growing area, and this is the orchard area. And I ordered the bags from our University of Delaware Cooperative Extension. They were $7. I looked them up online. They sent me a neat little envelope attached to a bag, and the bag is the sample, which I'm going to drop off when I'm done with it, and the envelope has the information as far as what I want.
Do you know what they're going to do with it?
I really don't. They're going to test the pH and the mineral levels.
The pH and the mineral level. So we'll know what we need to add for the trees and to the vegetable garden.
Right.
But we got clay soil, so we're expecting pretty decent mineral content with the clay, I guess. But we might have to add some things anyhow. So Teresa's going to show you how we take a soil sample, and it's a very easy process. We'll go through it. It's pretty fast.
Yeah, ideally you should take 5 or 6 samples in a wide area that you're working on, which is, I've already done that for the area on the other side of the fence here. Brand new, unbroken, still grassy area. But this area has been covered with cardboard and then 4 or 5 inches of wood chips. I've just excavated out one of the spots where I'm going to be planting a fruit tree. They want you to sample a slice 2 inches wide and 8 inches deep. Get that whole slice out and put it in a bucket and mix it with samples from this same area all together. They also don't want it to be wet. So I'm going to sample 3 areas and then put them all together, mix them up, take out rocks and wood chips and sticks. They also want you to take out all the vegetable matter that you possibly can, like grass and things. So I'm gonna take out my marker. I'm gonna stomp this baby down all the way. Not gonna have much trouble. This is a, whoa.
You sure you're not going to have much trouble,
No,
huh?
that's a good thing. That'll make it easier. This is a sod spade, so it's sharp on the edge anyway. So let's see. Oh, that's about 2 inches. Go back in. I want to make sure I get some from the deepest part. Let's go the other way since that's the way it's going to come out. I'm going to have to go in for the deeper section. Well, that is clay.
Okay, so we put it in the tub, and she'll bring it up to our porch and keep it there and let it dry out
For a couple days.
and then we'll nail it off. And then we'll know what kind of minerals we have to add to the soil, if anything.
Yeah, I'm going to get some more loose stuff that I can pull up with that.
You got a pretty good chunk there.
But it's just going to be clay.
It's all going to be the same.
About 30 feet away on the other side of the orchard fence here, I did the same thing, and the soil was sand, like sandy clay. But this is a lower area.
Yeah, it's lower here, and it's definitely wetter here.
Yeah.
So when we plant the trees, we're not actually, she's taking a sample from way down there, but we're not going to go down that deep. We're going to mound them up a little bit and bring them up above the soil level in little mounds. Yeah, but the roots will go down. So there you go. Sample number 1 in the bucket.
Actually, it's sample number 2.
Sample number 2.
Yeah.
It's not too bad out today. It's a little overcast and drizzly. The sun's going to come out a little later. You're losing your hat.
Yeah, just, that's grass.
So you're going to do another one?
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, and she does it. Oh, so we're going to go down that end this time.
Oh, it's heavy.
So this is how you do your samples. We have to do this because, you know, it's our first year gardening here. And we really don't know what's in the soil. When I planted the vegetable garden, it was like a little bit of a guesswork game as to what amenities I needed to put in the soil. Now, I'm gonna go over here. You've seen her dig that hole. We'll come right back in a second, but this is where I plan to put the potatoes. Okay, so you can kind of see where the ground cover is. That's a pretty big area, and we broad forked this. We were gonna try and do this with, you know, the minimal disturbance of the soil on the top, but the ground cover just did not come up real good. So I'm very concerned with what's in the soil here. And if you look just beyond here, it doesn't look good. So something's going on, and I don't know what it is. So we're gonna run some tests before I take the time and effort to plant a bunch of potatoes. And we were going to just basically put these on the surface and then take my straw and cover them. And right now, I think the potato crop's gonna fail. I am very concerned about that. Background cover should have been taller. So we're gonna have to do some kind of test. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna definitely run a test there. Anyhow,
Yeah.
she's taking another clump here. Same kind of clay?
Yeah,
Looks
it's a little bit sandier.
A little bit. I see you chopped a worm.
No, I didn't. He came up on the shovel.
There's one there, and there's one in there.
Oh.
Look at him down there. But hey, we didn't have worms here when we started this, and then we put all the cardboard and the wood chips down. So there's your samples.
Yeah, I don't want to put any worms in it.
No worms.
No worms.
Not sending any worms to Delaware. University of Delaware, here it comes.
Now, I'm hoping I'll get the results back within 2 weeks' time, because I do have other things I have to. I mean, if I have to get more potassium, and I'm having a hard time getting green sand, I have to find a place that sells green sand in bulk. I have, you know, standard bags of 555, 10, 10, 10, but they're organic. But you never know. You might need a little something extra.
Okay. All right, so all you're going to do now is take this, let it dry out, and then you're going to put the samples in the bag and ship it off and wait for results.
Yes.
And how many spots did you sample?
Well, in the orchard, I'm only going to sample 3 because I had already put some calcium sulfate on some of the spots that helps to break up the clay,
Right.
clay particles. So I don't want to send them a contaminated sample.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go, and when we get the results, we'll let you know what the University of Delaware says. And hopefully we're good, but I have a feeling we're going to need to put something in the soil here to help the fruit trees along. And we're going to figure out how we want to plant the fruit trees. There's a bowl method, a deeper method, a mound method, you know, and we're just going to have to see what trees we get and how they recommend doing it. All right, and then the strawberry patch, we put the compost on top. So the compost is sinking in nice and going down beautifully. And that's the strawberry patch, okay? And there's the gold garden, she's doing okay. All right, so we'll talk to you guys later. This is Charlie and Teresa's Garden for Two.